Ladies and gentlemen, absolute pleasure to finally be back behind the microphone for season 2024. It's been a while. Coast to Coast has returned. Will we be here every week? Well, it's looking a little cloudy right now, but rest assured that we are thinking of you. These boys chat all the time, and the reason they get in a room and do it force-fed, camera in face, microphone right up in the grill, is for you guys. So we're back for the fans, and it is a pleasure to bring this bloke back. Co-captain of the Coast to Coast podcast. Big step up. I've given you the mantle.
Yeah.
Oscar Allen, the people's champ, the golden boy. How are you, lad?
I don't think I can officially roll as a golden boy anymore, because we actually do have a golden boy in the midst of the footy club now, considering this time last year. However, we did speak, and I did say formally last year, this is my last time. Yet again, I'm still in the chair, so how are you doing? Hope everyone's going well at home. Once again, sorry for the delay in getting it out. I had a sore knee, so that's murkied the waters for the last couple of weeks, but we have some terrific young co-hosts / guests in the studio this week.
We do. We've got the spiritual waffle captain here in the Milkman, Jace Gillbee, and the up-and-coming forward superstar, Donkey Noah Long. How are you, boys?
Going well, Thumper, going well. Couldn't be happy to be on today and joined by my best mate, Jace.
Yep. Nah, thank you very much for having me, Thumper. When you asked me the other day and said that Donk and Oz were doing it, I was pretty keen to get on.
So, question, mate. Spiritual captain of the waffle side. So, when I think of spiritual captain, it's 2006 grand final, right? Juddy, the actual captain. Cuzzy, the spiritual captain, gets up with him. And so when you boys win the waffle flag this year, is it like you and Jacko holding either side of the cup and you're giving it to the crowd? Like
that's probably Jacko holding it, like me going up there, like getting horse out of the way.
Yeah, pushing the coach out of the way.
Probably taking it off Jacko.
Yeah, and saying this is about me.
Yeah.
Genuine question, mate. How are you adjusting to life in WA? I'm sure most of the listeners will have a bit of an understanding of your background, but do you want to give us a quick spiel about the last 24 months and where you're from, how you got to this position now?
Yep. So I originally was in school in Bendigo. I was living with a host family for a while, and then in year 12 I sort of moved out and lived on my own. Had a housemate for a little bit, but sort of lived on my own in Bendigo. Tried to look after myself there, but didn't go that well at that.
Got into a fair bit of mischief.
Nah, not that much mischief, but the school took a bit of a hit, and then
were you actually rocking up to school, or were there days
I actually went to. That was one thing that I'd done. I actually went to school all the time. Never missed.
That's an awesome accomplishment. Yeah. Well done.
So what happened?
Well, I don't know. I just mate, I was too focused about getting home, cooking my own dinner, doing the washing.
Can I just add in here? I don't know if Jace knows this, but I've got mates that were at the same English exam as Jason. And they honestly reckon Jason broke the world record for most toilet stops in an English exam in 3 hours.
I actually did get banned from going to the toilet.
What, during your final year 12 exam?
They think you're cheating.
Well, yes, and just time wasting and not worried about the thing.
Can we be honest? Were you cheating?
No, I didn't cheat. No,
so you just had the runs or something?
No, I didn't even have the runs. It was just like time filler, because I finished my...
So you blitzed it too early.
So during an English exam, what is it? 3 essays?
3 essays in 3 hours.
Yeah, and I've 3 essays, probably 4 or 5 lines an essay in...
Are you serious?
In about 35,
It's normally like 4 or 5 pages an essay.
Nah, and I had fitted them all onto one page.
Just concise, right to the point.
And then we head out.
All right.
And it was, but yeah, anyway. So
you went, you finished your schooling.
We got sidetracked.
Excellent. Yeah, an academic, some would call you.
Yeah, some would.
Yeah.
Could have had potential.
Yes.
Probably same with the footballing as well.
So let's get on to football. Yeah. You graduate year 12, what happens next?
Yep, so I was lucky enough to get picked up as a New South Wales Cat B rookie to GWS.
Yes.
So because of where I was from, I was able to go there. Spent the year there, and then unfortunately, late last year, got delisted from there.
We hate delisting.
Yeah, we do hate that.
Sorry,
that's all right. Which was flattening, but then we sort of had a little bit of stuff on after that, so that took the mind off that. And then I was sort of like, Harles was coming over here, and then I was like, well, might as well. Longy's over here, few of the boys, and I was just like, rightio, well, I'm just going to do it. So I actually booked a flight, and 2 days later, I was just like, I'm going, and I got to Perth, and then messaged Flinny, and I was like, mate, you mind if I stay in your house? I've got nowhere to stay. And then, stay with Flinny for a few weeks, and then we worked it out from there.
And then just like you were calling Belly or someone at the footy club and just saying, mate, give me a job. And
Yeah,
then
like, I'm here.
All of a sudden there was a job the next day. And then
Because I was originally going to do something with like greenskeeping, but then I was just like,
that's right. We've spoken about this. Yeah,
we have. So, because like that seemed all good at the start, where it was like, oh, you might like get to roll cricket pitches, get the ground ready for
cricket
game
pitches
day.
out the front of our footy oval.
And it was like, like you're weeding like the front of the front of this place here. Like just doing all the weeding, cutting the grass, and it was.
You got
just
to do
like,
your time, don't you?
Yeah, I know you do, but I was just like, nah. So now
That's
I'm
not your vibe.
working in community.
So what's the dynamic of the household at the moment? It's you and Harley. He hasn't gone into a host family, which is very rare of a first year coming across from Vic, not going into the host family situation. What's that like at the moment?
Are you like his host dad?
Nah, far from. If Harley
I think
was
it's the
on,
other way around from what I've heard.
Yeah, if Harley was on, he would probably be like sort of throwing me under the bus, saying like doesn't do anything. But then again, I do have to. It's not like I'm on a list now, or I can just like go to training, go home.
Oh, you got a proper job, is that what you mean?
You got a big boy job, yeah.
I'm working like 9 till 5-ish, then have waffle training in the evening.
By 9 till 5-ish, do you mean like rolling up to our team meetings and like coming to training with us till midday, having our lunch, rolling into work 1 till 2.
Doing a podcast.
Now doing the podcast, roll back to work at 3 o'clock and, oh, boys, I'm clocking out. Good to see you.
Oh, Longy, just
is
quickly,
how
we'll
it
get back to Harley. What was his presentation like to the boys the other day? He was prepping them for a clinic, or the Rick's rookie coaching clinic. He got up there in front of the group. What was that like?
He brings a bit of excitement to the clinic overviews now. Jace does. It was his first, probably his second time. His first one in front of the whole group.
How'd it go? Happy with
Were you there?
Nah, mate, unfortunately, I wish I could have been there for the clinic. I'm all about giving back to the community,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I had to miss this one.
He went well. I'll say he did go well. He maybe got a bit focused on the look and his outfit.
What were you wearing?
Yeah, this is another thing.
So a little bit of a backstory. So once again, like the 9 to 5 job, part of like during the day
Just
was
hammer that home, yeah.
during the day with me and Trey.
They're not ordering us right now, mate. It's all right.
Didn't have much on, and so we were in there sorting out like just like old giveaways away. So we were like putting them in different like to jackets and singlets and shorts and stuff like that. And then I found this this nighty robe thing, this silk robe, and for some reason I thought it'd be funny to like walk in front of the whole playing group with no shirt underneath, just in a silk robe.
Boys love it?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I think so.
The boys thought it was. I probably was the one laughing the most. But it was funny. But the whole information about the clinic and the overview could have been better. He forgot a few things, but
Didn't say when we guys were going.
Yeah,
or,
there was none of that. There was none of that. But the
No.
presentation and the humour was there for sure.
I was so nervous though, like beforehand. Like I was like that was my thing for the day. Like that was my.
These are your
big moment of the
teammates. You're
day.
training with them every week. you
Yeah,
know?
I know, but like that was because like
It's
I was
not. It
trying to
wasn't
go in
kicking a
there.
footy around thumper. This was his job. This
Yeah,
is his 9 to 5
this is
job.
9 to 5.
Right, I'm with you.
Yeah, but anyway,
All
it
right,
was good.
Give me a bit of gather round chat, Longy. So this is the first time in my 16 years that the boys have gone on an away leg and then stayed away for another game. What was that like, getting away from home and an extended period away from Perth?
It was fun. Yeah, I think it was a good week to spend with the boys. Having the older boys there without the kids was funny, and going out for dinner with them and catching them pretty relaxed was good. But all in all, it was a pretty stock standard week. Trained well, then headed to Adelaide. And it's a busy week in Adelaide, so had a few clinics. Went out to Mount Barker a few times for our captain's run, and had a clinic there on the Thursday. But it was a wonderful spot, wonderful oval out there. So it was an enjoyable 9 days away.
The oval looked in immaculate condition.
Oh, it was, and a few of the boys have even commented that's like one of their top in terms of surface of the ground. That's what they've rated pretty highly. Obviously, I've only played on so many, but they've raved about it this week.
So Locke Rawlinson comes in, plays his debut there, grew up, 10 minutes down the road. Had he played a lot of footy on this ground? Was he showing you all the pockets and wings?
I'm not sure he played that. I didn't touch on how much he'd played. I don't think he played heaps there. The word has it they've kicked there. I'm commenting on this as a Victorian WA. It never had anything to do with South Australian footy or anything, but apparently they've kicked their local Mount Barker team off that ground, and it's strictly for good games like this. I think they just get up for gather round,
Wow.
and that's why it's looking so good.
All right. They only play 3 games a year there,
Yeah.
so it's in good nick.
Yeah.
Well, he was in good form. He kicked 3 in the opening round of
Yep.
the waffle. How many did you feed him? There, Locke Rawlinson. You give him a few?
So is this?
This is a touchy subject,
Are we
mate.
getting on
Yeah.
the waffle chat?
Yeah, I didn't give him any that day. He did miss me once.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm saying karma got him when he had that set shot. No, I'm kidding. He's a good man, like. But
So, going off script here, gentlemen, you two had a bet. So the bet was, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure what the bet actually had to do, and if it's not PG, we can leave it out. But the bet was, I remember it was like, you need to get 35. 32, and you need to kick 5. That week, you kicked 0, and you had
8 touches?
No. 11
touches. So you were 5 goals off the bet being completed, and you were, quick maths, 21 touches off. What's going through your two minds, boys? Are we setting the standards too high, or what's going
sitting
on?
around Brekkie the morning. It was the morning before, my game against Gillbee West, and it was
In the Jason Gillbee Cup.
yeah, exactly in the Jason Gillbee
Yeah.
Cup, and then we'd shot forward to next week for Jason. It was 32 or more, and it was steep coming from me only ever kicking 1 in a game, and Jason never playing waffle before. So we probably set the bar a bit too high, but that's all right.
I'm saying
We'll keep
that
going
was
for
the
it.
reason, though, that because I know that, which is probably not great, and I don't know if we can cut it out or not, but I was thinking about that during the game.
Let's be fair dinkum. Like, I've had times in an AFL game or something, I've not made a bet, but like I've thought about something, which is like you kick 3 at quarter time, like I'm going to kick 12 goals today,
that's
and
what
then
it was like.
it's third quarter time and I haven't touched it again.
Yeah.
You know, like that happens.
What Jason doesn't know too, like I was glued to my phone watching that waffle game, counting touches, and once I saw he was on about 6 at half time or something, I just
Turned it off.
and was rubbing my hands together.
Yeah, beauty.
You two have paired up recently in a bit of a sports challenge. You want to give us a quick rundown of how the partnership fared and some of the chemistry between you on field?
I'll start with this.
Can't even look at him.
So we played a 2-man Ambrose tournament in Secret Harbour the other day.
This is some golf, the two
So,
of you pairing up.
Yeah,
Yep.
golf,
Yep.
yeah. And so this is what we've been waiting for. Like since we've started playing golf together, we're like we can't wait for our first Ambrose day.
So you signed up for this how long ago? The
This was-
tournament?
probably a month ago.
Yeah, I'm saying a month because it's
Yeah.
with like Future Golf.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
just got the app.
Shout out,
and-
shout out, yeah.
to
Future Golf, yeah. So
If,
like,
if Future Golf are listening, like all the boys would love like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lifelong subscription would be good to get. Anyway, beside the point, you go.
So with our Future Golf Ambrose tournament, this was booked in a month ago. We'd had this day set. I was going to come back from Adelaide, and me and Jason were going to head down, ready to go. And we head down, and this Jason wasn't feeling himself this day, and I was pretty grumpy, and he knows I was being pretty furious this week about the way he held himself on the golf course and how poor his form was.
In terms of like actual form or behaviour, like what are we talking?
Behaviour and his golf was okay, but it's not to the level we know he can get
Yeah.
to. And the thing was, like, that'd be all well and good, but we were so excited for this day.
Yep.
And for him to turn up the way he did was hard to watch and hard to be a part of.
So can I give a bit of a context to the listeners? So we talk about the level of which he is expected to play at. Like, what is your handicap currently?
Well, yeah,
We'll
I-
go each. Because
So,
I think
I'm
that we
off-
need to know. Like, if we think your handicap's a 5 and he's playing to a 10,
but
like he's
that's-
not played to his level.
So-
can we get some context? Like, what are your guys' handicaps?
I'm off 13.
Yeah.
Oh, how coincidental.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
No, so I'm off 13. And Jason?
26.
So that's the thing. Jason is off 26, which is...
What do you mean by that?
He's not the greatest in terms of handicap wise. just
Yeah,
yet,
yeah.
but
Going
this is-
around about 95.
Yeah,
95-ish.
yeah.
right?
But we know Jason in his best can go 80s. But
80s?
This means,
Mate, I'm not that bad.
few foot wedges in those 80s, I would have thought.
but
I seen the hole that you two played at the Cup, mate, and you end up throwing the ball into the beach.
so that's like what we were dealing with the other day. So
Yeah.
this is when I say Jason wasn't up to his level. We're looking at if he was playing his own ball, it could have been in the areas of 110, 120, which is pretty ugly.
I got tired. It was like obviously a Sunday. I was tired.
Yeah, because from your big week of 9 to 5,
Yeah.
and then you play waffle on the way. Like
Play waffle.
you're like a full-time athlete and,
yeah,
and worker.
exactly.
Yeah.
Many balls in the air.
Yeah, so it was, Longy played well, like played very well, and I still hit some okay shots. But if I was to hit a good shot, and he hits a good shot as well, his good shot is better than my good shot, so we still take his ball, which looks like I'm not doing as much.
How much worriment was there about these random two plonkers that you got to, spend 5 hours with on a golf course? Were you kind of fretting that you might get two Eagles nuff-nuffs or just two 80-year-olds and you're like, God, what have we done? Like, this is a fair commitment.
We built up to ourselves pre this round that it was going to be a fair rivalry between.
Yeah.
Like there was a match, obviously the whole field of 80 people I think there was, but the main goal was for me and Jace to go after these other two in our group and beat them.
Andy Harris and Samuel, shout out.
Yeah, and we couldn't do it.
So for those following you on Instagram, all the drive in and you were saying, oh, I bet you that's Andy in that car there. Like, he's in for a tough day.
Yeah.
So there was a serious arch rivalry before laying eyes on the gentleman.
It was.
What were they like as blokes? Like, were they all right? Like, did you continue that, I suppose, vulgar nature towards them once the game had started?
Let's be honest. They were ripping fellas, and I ended up spending half of my day with them because this guy here was tired sitting in the cart all day.
So you're just sitting in the car, like you weren't engaging in convo?
There was no engagement
wandering
whatsoever
around
from Jason's side, so I ended up getting to know him pretty well.
Yes.
What's your handle, Gilbs, for everyone that wants to follow along of your troubles on the course?
It is JSO_is_cool. But
Sorry.
How embarrassing is that?
nah,
It's almost
but
pretty uncool to do.
we're actually gonna start doing a bit more like better golf stuff, I reckon, because we'll see if we can get a sponsor on board.
Has he been let into the reverse fairway finders or not?
Nah,
Those boys don't talk to you, do they?
He competes against the.
It's a rivalry account.
I've never actually thought of it like that. So it is, yeah.
So I'm not sure this could get cut out because the powers that be. I heard a filthy rumour. Do you have somehow a golf sponsor?
Well, it's not like a full. It's like my manager messaged me saying like we know, like I think we might be able to get you like a bit of a discount at Callaway here. So
They've seen some of these swings.
He's a Callaway sponsored athlete at a 26 handicap. That is outrageous behaviour.
But like not full blown sponsorship, but I feel like it's just like friend, like we'll give you a big chop out.
How many followers you got?
7,500 maybe. Not that many.
Callaway taking a bit of a dip now.
Yeah, they're going.
All right.
the word.
Hey, you boys were on Optus Deck today having a run around in preparation for Sunday's game against the Tigers. One fella joined the session, not, in the skills, but on sidelines. And it was a bit of a thrill once C. Judd came along.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I was out there and walking laps.
No, you were doing things. You were touching some balls every now and then. Not the footies, but
Pause.
what was it like? You got to meet his kid. His kid's name's Oscar.
Yeah.
It was all happening.
No, he's a good man, Oscar. Big Eagles fan. So the first question was, I said, Juddy, how you going? He goes, big fella, you looking good? I said, yeah, no need. So he was going well. And then we were having a chat with Juddy's eldest son, Oscar. And the big fella had the old school, like, Eagles cap, circa the retro round kit the boys were wearing on the weekend. And I go, mate, Eagles, Blues, like, where are we sitting alliances wise? And he goes, nah, West Coast. And I go, oh, who's your favourite player? And the big fella just gives me a wink. So Oscar, obviously there's a little bit of chemistry there. The big fella's 12 years old, so I'm hoping.
How tall? Key forward.
Nah, he's not that tall. Nah, I was actually amazed at how tall Juddy is. Like, I've met him a couple times, but he's like at my eyebrows. Like, he's a pretty tall fella.
He's
Yeah,
in
like
great nick too.
and like looks like. He's got beautiful blue eyes. It was actually quite hard to look at him in the eyes.
Really?
It was like,
Yeah.
like real quite handsome dude.
We're saying today, Juddy's probably looking out at us and knowing, like, I could tell.
I could right now, none of these guys would be able to take me to ground.
It's like, he was definitely looking out there today saying, get me back out there and I'll show everyone out here who's still boss.
To give him a challenge.
Yeah. But no, it was good to see Juddy. One thing that Pikey, a new CEO, has kind of brought in, we're trying to bring old players back into the fold. So this year, or this week, I'm not sure if this has been announced or not yet. If it hasn't, then it'll probably get cut, so you won't hear this. But bit of a reunion of the 1987 inaugural side this weekend. So our inaugural game was against Richmond back in 1987. So we've got some past players that are floating around the club. So Pikey, obviously being a past player, has close relationships. So
coming in the rooms, I reckon.
Yeah.
Listening to pre-game.
Yeah, so
we'll be there slapping some hands, I reckon.
It'd be awesome. So that's something we've started to celebrate. Obviously, the retro round on the weekend. How did you enjoy the jersey, mate? It looked awesome. That was probably the biggest regret that I wasn't able to be out there wearing it.
Mate, that was sick jerseys. It was actually pretty funny. I was looking around when the boys started getting the kits on. I was like, geez, we look pretty funny. Like I was like laughing, thinking, geez, the boys look so different.
Yeah.
Seeing TB with the socks up. Like,
TV looked crazy.
It was interesting. But then like once we got into it, it was like, geez, these jerseys are good. And the first message after my game, I looked at my phone and from mum, like there was no like well played, no. It was like, geez, I love those jerseys. So it caught the eye of everyone.
Yeah, 1 goal 3. She's not going to sugarcoat it, but
exactly. That's fair enough.
Jokes. So
Stuck on that 1 goal landmark.
what was the response to Colium Jake's retro shoot that they did to promote it? Did that get any traction amongst the boys, or was it just left to the marketing people and been like, it's just them having some fun? Any banter with that?
Oh, there wasn't heaps really amongst the boys. I think we just hats off to them. They did a wonderful job. They really took it by the scruff of their neck and like. It was a good-looking photo shoot.
Do you wish you would have been involved in something like that, or not your style?
I was midst like every time you get injured, I feel like you go through a little dip of like a 1 week like real lows and flats. So I was currently there, so I didn't really see much of it. I'd broken the phone and thrown it away. So I actually haven't seen anyone till today. So it was good to see you boys. No, I was. I didn't. I saw it. It was pretty cool. I will say this. Shout out to our social department. Yourself included, mate. Yeah, I feel like we've had a serious uptake and I've thoroughly enjoyed some of the content that's been put out so far this year.
I'll pass it along. The powers that be. The waffle was pretty interesting on the weekend, not the 80-point result itself, but you had a couple of fellas returning.
Yeah.
Dommy Shee take the field. And Jai Cully, massive deal. Boys get around him a fair bit, I'd imagine.
Yep, and they had all the AFL, all the boys that were playing that were in Adelaide put a message together, a big video thing, and we watched that, which was nice. And
be honest. I saw the video as well. Honest thoughts?
Well, it was all right. It was just like...
Yeah.
It was
good,
like,
this is what I want to talk about. Yeah.
So you've given it a massive pump up, but it's like...
It was just like, it was good and like I liked the idea. It was just like 4 minutes long and like we're sitting there watching it and then it's like yeah, Cully's back. So like, yeah, let's go Cully. And then we sit there for 4 minutes and like watch the boys like, good luck, Culzy. Like, you worked hard, mate. Good luck, Culzy. And like kept going.
So a bit repetitive, you reckon?
Very repetitive. That was all. I don't know.
Yeah,
good idea though.
This is the other thing. I think they didn't give him a clear instruction as the tone of the message. So you had some guys who had like
taking the P155.
No, had Snapchat filters on with like stuff coming off their face. It was like quite funny. And then you go to like sort of our line coach like, "G'day, Jai. So proud of you." It's like a massive dichotomy of like, what are we going for here? So it was a bit strange.
Like there was a few that had like that. Who done like that old? There was someone with like an old man.
Jake and Cripper.
Jake and Cripper.
And then,
the old man
and then
filter.
The coaches, and then like it was. I don't know. It was all right. And then, but there was no video for Dom though. It was just like, good luck, Sheeta. Go get him, mate. And then,
love it.
there.
All right, I'm going to fly through a few of these. Longy, the 13, had a lot of fans pot you online, particularly with what you came out and said on this podcast about 12 months ago. You're like, I don't need to be on Hollywood Corner. I'm content in the 40s.
Yeah, actually.
Just happy to stay here. Shout out to all the people that picked it up. What happened, mate? Was the aura of the past skipper a bit too much to negate?
That's it. If Luke Shuey's asking you to take his number, you're going to say no. I think that's enough said. Boots, I was very honoured to have Luke offer me number 13, and I couldn't say no. So I'm loving it.
When did he do it? As he was already announced and it was coming to play, or like on the final game when it was all wrapped?
No, there was a few little jokes here and there. As you know, there's a few jokes.
Yeah, jokes for funny people.
Yeah. He was always like throwing a few like hints out there, but there was nothing serious until probably end of the off season. Really, that's when it was probably official.
Well, the first time I thought it was straight after Shu's last game. You two took a photo outside the 13 locker, and for those listening, we have our little names. There's almost slides in and out of lockers.
Yeah.
So like obviously above 12 it's Oscar Allen, 13 now it's Noah Long, 14 Lamp Duggan. They'd screwed out the Schusters, and it was Noah Long straight after the game. So when that happened, I was like, oh, it's a bit off from Longy, isn't it? Like, let the guy, his body's not even cold yet and he's already taken over. But
so that was a part of the whole joking side of things. We'll, playing a bit of a game, whacked mine in there instead of his. So, But yeah, it wasn't truly official then, but it did become obviously official.
So on jumpers, Matty Flynn, ripping bloke, fitting into the fabric of the club.
Yeah, this is a crazy, yeah.
Like, was there a handover going on there? Was there thought to let's retire Bunga's number for a year, like it's been done in the past? Was it, talk me through what might have happened behind closed doors on 2-5?
Mate, I think Matty Flynn was offered and just took it up.
And I think Flinny was half
is-
oblivious as well. Like,
Nah, yes.
like Flynn,
You know
not half oblivious.
you know the story.
Yeah.
It was just like someone like said, can't remember if it was his, like they just like offered him the numbers and he's like, I'll take 25.
Yeah.
Like just I'll fit into 25.
Yeah.
A bit lower than 30 that I had at GWS. It'll look nice. And then someone messaged him like, oh, like you're in.
Yeah,
I reckon it was his
Yeah.
dad. I'm pretty sure it was his dad just said, mate, how lucky you, like you got Shannon Hearn. And Flinny's like, oh, geez, I have too. Like, should I even have it? Like, and then like he sort of started probably thinking about it a little bit. But it was his dad that like told him that, because otherwise he just didn't think anything of it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so the story goes, we've been doing a bit of an exercise today about past players' numbers, and we were talking about how'd you get your number. And he's gone like, oh yeah, like it was the middle of the off season. Was having a few drinks, like having a good time, and Peter Staples, a long time servant at the footy club, messaged me. I didn't really know who he was, and I just said, yeah, mate, I'll have 25, like, because he offered him the numbers. And then, like you said, his dad's like, oh, you'd want to have a good year, mate. Like, he's like, what do you mean? And then, like, this way I see it, like, Kenners and Bunga, like, 1A, 1B almost to me, like, greatest players of the footy club. Oh, obviously alongside Coxie, Juddy, Cuzzy, like a lot of greats, but like those two for our current era, our generation, for me growing up. And then, Kenner's been retired for 2 years now, and Bung got like 3 weeks, and then there was someone else in it.
Straight to Flinny.
Yeah.
All right, finally, Gov having his tooth knocked out. See that? Have you yarned to Gov?
No, I saw he was hurting at the time. Didn't even realise he had his tooth knocked out.
Vision of him just handing half a tooth to the trainer and then having to just keep playing.
That's
again
crazy.
for-
I didn't actually even know that happened. That shows how tough he
Yeah,
is.
he chipped
That's
one of
pretty
them.
tough.
Yeah, like chipped one of them at the back. So,
So I
bloody-
had
he's
tooth
bloody-
dramas probably a week before that.
ooh, talk us through it, mate.
Well, I had like a little bit of a wisdom tooth that had started coming through.
So sorry.
Hang on.
Is this why your rig is similar to mine right now?
Yes.
You've been off the solids for a bit?
I was full on off solids for like a week. I reckon I had like one sausage and bread in like 3.5 days because of my tooth. But it was just like a little bit of my gum was swollen because my thing was... But they like injected it and then just like cut a little bit of my gum off. And
Oh, so actually did something.
yeah, they actually did something. And like that's sore. So I don't even know how like you can manage to like knock one out and keep going.
So you saying, is that an excuse for round one waffle?
Yeah, that was.
So
yeah.
you saying we should run back to 35 touches this week? 32, sorry.
I think we probably put it back on the table.
What do you reckon? You want to put
might.
Noah's back on the table? Or
Yeah.
I don't think we need mine back on the table personally, but I reckon we need to put yours back on there.
Because like one sausage and bread in like 3.5 days and then like soup. Not great.
Not great performance.
Nah.
Pretty grim.
Led to the big fella cramping in the second quarter. And if anyone knows Jason, he's one wood. He does not stop running, isn't it? You're a pretty good runner.
I'm not like naturally not about it. But I cramped big time.
All right, let's get into fan questions and I'll send you on your way. We'll talk Masters at the end. Let's go with Emily Casella. Who's your best mate on the team?
My best mate. Well, now that Jason's around, I hang out with Jason a fair bit, but Jamie Cripps is my best mate. Close to him in the numbers now, so me and him hang out all the time.
What are those hangs like? Are you like? Are you?
How's that?
minding the-
He's saying no way Cripper likes you.
Are you going out to do his surfing stuff? Are you looking after the kids? Don't let this laughter that gets you, mate.
I'm
Like,
pretty sure he likes me.
I know what
It's all a gag and he hasn't figured it out yet.
I know what this Cripper social life is like at the moment, and it's not heavily
Minimal.
active.
So
what are you
a bit of
doing
it's
with it?
like wasting time. Me, Petch and Cripper like waste a fair bit of time just sitting together in the change rooms talking about all sorts of things. No, because we're knackered
Should
from
be on the
training
track,
after.
Right.
Who's your best mate, Chase? Sorry, Milkman.
Probably. Well, I'm probably in a different boat, so I'm either like I've got either Trey Rusco, Sam Rotham, or Jackson Nelson down in my.
Oh, grim pickies.
So yeah, they're my lads down there at the moment.
Jacko's absolutely wrapped that you missed some work and hanging out on the podcast as well.
Jacko was so off me this morning.
Was he?
Yeah.
Because of this?
Not necessarily this. I was supposed to come to Walking Footy.
You
and
phoned it in pretty late, didn't you?
I actually didn't phone it in. That's why he was mad.
You just didn't rock up.
Yeah, and then I said to him, "Oh, mate, like," he said, "You're not coming, are you?" And I said, "Mate, like, oh, I probably won't be able to make it." And
Is
then
this
just
like
rolled
halfway
into
through
Optus.
training?
Yeah.
No, it was like on my way to Optus. So,
Cool. You're killing it. He's actually asked a question. So, best Jason Gillbee story. And I'll leave it with the two of you.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like a lot of like
Yeah.
MA like
Yeah, there's probably a few that are like maybe a little bit far.
My favourite story of you is just very, very briefly, your introduction to the boys, your first song you sung to the guys.
Yeah.
That was very humorous. What did you sing again?
I sung, first of all, it was It's My Life by Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
And then me and...
My life, it's now or never.
And then the sing-off was, again, me and Marek had a sing-off.
Yeah, that's correct.
Because like it was like both got the same amount of cheers, and then like...
Who won in the end? You won, eh?
Me, yeah.
Yeah, that was
busted
good.
out your one wood and that
My
shotgun.
one wood shotgun by George Ezra.
Yeah,
Had it in
you
the back
could've
pocket.
done.
Yeah, that was there. Like, that's hoping that I'd get through.
Yeah.
It was there.
Nice.
That was great, though. That was.
All right, Tommy Cole, why do the boys call you Aquaman?
Long story behind this one. Pretty much, they just saw me swimming in the pool one day, and they were like, "He's pretty good at swimming." From then on, it just got Aquaman. That's all it is.
Right. Are you that good a swimmer?
Such a bad swimmer.
Not really, no.
All right, roll with it.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's the story. Yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll take with that.
Oh, my God.
Would you rather be stuck on an island with Harley or the milkman?
Well,
Weigh it up.
yeah, and I'm weighing both sides. Like Harley, would be much more helpful in terms of keeping us alive.
Would he?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got as many
I think-
life skills.
I reckon.
I think if
Yeah, so this
push
is a
comes
bit of
to
a
shove,
fallacy. I don't think he's like that much of a life skill guy. Like he's country kid, but so are you. And I don't-
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've put it into perspective there, but
Yeah.
I can rely on Jason. He's going to keep it.
the mood's going to be up.
Yeah, it's going to
Well,
be pretty.
apparently not. Like one tired Sunday and it's off the run.
Well, that's what we just don't get him in.
Don't give him golf clubs and you'll have a good time.
Hopefully, he's not in a tired mood, and then we'll be right. I reckon we'd be able to take it on.
Yeah, I think as well, yeah.
All right, that was from Bailey Pink. Thanking you. What about Jake 08? What's it like having a locker between the two co-captains?
Good question.
It's bloody scary.
Yeah.
Like you look one way, you got Oscar, and then the next way you got Duggo. But no, in all honesty, it's actually pretty good. I've loved being next to these boys and make sure to hold me in line.
Do you get caught in between some pretty high-level conversations or
I
arguments?
get
You're like, I don't belong in the middle of this,
I get the tap
but
on
I'll...
the shoulder every now and then. I'll block my ears. They go back and forth, speaking confidential stuff. And
Yeah.
then,
Adults are speaking, mate.
then they'll tap me on the shoulder and the ears can get unblocked, and then I'm like, they just go back to talking normally. So,
Quick question, mate. Who's Captain Grumpy out of the two of us? This is something I've always wondered.
mate, in all honesty, like, yous are both similar in that aspect.
Okay.
And you need to be.
Yeah.
But you both have a very funny side, but you also need to be able to find the line.
Yes.
But you can both get angry with the best of them, I reckon.
Yeah.
Jamie Hall music. Longy, if you had your choice, would you rather play more mid than where you're playing at the moment? Is that a very obvious question or not particularly?
No, I love playing out in the forward line. I've obviously played there all last year and started this year. But if there's mid time there, I'd love to. But I'm also very happy down the forward line at the moment.
Okay. Last one. Thumpalicious, worth a follow. Thoughts on the Adelaide Oval streaker, the Crows, Cats, and the lifetime ban that he copped, the young 22-year-old? Just before you finish that one, which player would be brazen enough to do something like that? And which player would have played the Ben Keys role in that scenario?
I'm off the top of my head saying that's Jaden Hunt out there on the field
Yeah.
running around.
And we think it's hell funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's Hunty like running around.
I think it's so funny.
Getting into the contest. And then
Wasn't near it. That was right in it.
I think you're getting
Touch the
someone.
ball.
Yeah, I think you're getting someone like who's down back, Gov or TV, just lining him up and splitting him.
I reckon Crip would be pretty grumpy. Crip would be like really annoyed that someone's like interrupting the game.
Well said.
That was also
I also think like, I know he's like the buzzword, but I also think Harley's like kind of oblivious enough to like, he'd like go to another AFL game and like think it's funny if he like did
Yeah.
that. Like he like is silly like
that's
that.
a good
Do you reckon
call.
they'd be able to tackle him?
Probably not, no.
Who's going to have more fend-offs this Sunday? Do you think they'll try more fend-offs between themselves with Dusty and Harley, knowing that will be a storyline for the game?
It's one of those things. I think it comes back to like you kick 3 in the first quarter, you're thinking you're probably kicking 12. Like in the back of Harley's head, it's going to be on.
He's going to be thinking about that.
Dusty
Yeah.
and the stiff arm off. So
I don't think Dusty
Yeah.
Dusty, I reckon, has no clue about like footy media or landscape. Like I don't reckon he watches any footy.
It'd be
like I
interesting,
don't reckon
yeah.
he'll actually know who he is.
Yeah.
Like I reckon
is
he's
crap,
that
like-
like switched
yeah.
off to it, and I reckon Harley's going to be like, I want to like try and
So
like
if he came here, he'd be taking Bunga's number. He'd be taking 25.
Dusty. Yeah, I reckon he'd be like there is no way Dusty knows like there's no way Dusty knows who Duggo and I are as the two captains of the club. Like I reckon that's like I just think he's
Yeah.
like above general footy knowledge.
You talked to him before?
Nah, he like belted me once, and it was like really demoralising.
At Revos?
Nah, like during a game, like Jacko Nelson was like tagging him in 2019, and like he was on top of Jacko, and I've like come and tried to like rip him off, and he's just slung me, like ripped me behind, and then he's given me two and gave me a look and like said some really hurtful things to me, and it was just like
That was enough for you.
like, and then it was just like he's actually quite a scary dude. Like, he's got neck tats and stuff as well,
Yeah.
so I was like, ooh,
Awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
not-
boys, thanks for coming on board. First step of Coast to Coast for 2024 and what a lineup it was to do so. A master's tip before we go? Who do you want to
don't
win?
steal mine that we spoke about earlier.
no, I won't. And like I want to say Scotty Scheffler because like he's so dominant at the moment. But like I'd love to see Min Willie like Australian take it out.
He's a Freo fan.
Big
mate.
Dockers man, though, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, we can't have him.
You know
true.
Cam Smith has to like do really well in this one to qualify for our Olympic team. So
Really?
he's outside the ranking, I read, of the top 4 Australians right now.
Crazy.
oh, you can back him in. He'd go right too.
If he doesn't,
Any Australian to win or Scotty Scheffler for me.
Jace, you don't know any golfers, do you?
I don't.
Woods.
I don't necessarily know that many like I know a few, like Tiger.
so who's in the
Jason
Callaway umbrella, mate? Who's in the Callaway
Yeah,
entourage?
who's a fellow like he goes to corporate events with you?
Day. I actually don't know.
Like Phil?
Who does? Is he Mickelson?
Yeah, that's his last name.
No, I think I know that Brooks Koepka guy. I'm saying he'll win it.
Excellent. All right. We'll revisit. Thanks, boys. Appreciate
Yeah.
your company.
Sorry guys, Tommy Fleetwood's going to win. Just
Yeah,
bookmark
that-
this. Tommy Fleetwood wins. Yeah.
Oscar's big on Tommy.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks guys for listening.
Thanks,
Thank you guys.